Fallout lore video. Right when you make your way into the vault, you realize everyone's dead, including the scientists that said how good the vault was. One of them even had their arm taken off. Moving first into the Overseer's office, you notice an overturned shelf, and a shelf that looks like it was moved. But once you move in closer, you realize he had a weapon known as the Cryolator. You can move over a little to the right and notice the Overseer dead on the floor. The Overseer was supposed to tell how the vault was going, but it looks to me as if he did never get the chance. I've long dreamed of making cryogenic freezing available in a portable, on-demand form. The Cryolator is my latest attempt. Thankfully, we're in no short supply of the chemicals and components I need to tinker with the prototype. It's a nice way to occupy the time as we wait for the all-clear signal. The all-clear signal never came, apparently. If you want to pause and read, you can. Sorry, I'll go back to this one. There you go. Following a nuclear event, Vault-Tec will monitor hazards such as radiation levels, enemy invasion, subsequent attacks, and other factors. Once conditions are deemed safe, this terminal will receive an all-clear notice. Upon receiving the all-clear notice, Vault-Tec personnel may be evacuated at Overseer discretion. Disregard any notices from organizations or individuals not associated with Vault-Tec, including government and military. Residents are not to be disrupted or evacuated. Vault-Tec will attend their needs remotely once Vault 111 staff has been evacuated. Vault 111 is classified as a short-term assignment. Non-resident personnel are expected to carry out research duties and basic maintenance of the vault while awaiting the clear signal to evacuate. In the absence of an all-clear message from Vault-Tec, the Overseer must elect to evacuate staff after a mandatory shelter period of 180 days of containment. Under no circumstances may Vault 111 staff evacuate during this shelter period, unless receiving the all-clear message from Vault-Tec. Clearly, Vault-Tec didn't want them leaving. The final staff orientation is complete. All but a few of the residents down in Sanctuary Hills have been enrolled, and several from Concord as well. Vault-Tec supervisors came up this week to do a technical interview with me. Technical review with me. This vault is ready to open. I can only imagine what wonders our residents will get to witness. The notion of leaping forward in time. I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of our future realized. It's happened. We were lucky that most of the staff were nearby when the early warning came through. We had less notice than expected, but only Nordhagen was missing when we sealed the entrance. Resident admittance went smoothly. Everyone made it, even the family that waited until the last minute. I was worried there would be more suspicion, but things happened so fast for these people They must have been too overwhelmed by the question of cryogenic pods. Strange issue today with pod C3. Subject appeared to be having heart palpitations. Nothing life-threatening, but unusual. We realized almost too late that the pod was malfunctioning. That cryogenic array almost started thawing her out. We're not sure, but I suspect a hiccup in Vault-Tec's remote override systems may have sent a errant signal. We'll have to keep an eye out. I only hope their systems are reliable once we evacuate the staff. There's been no all-clear signal yet, even though we're nearing the end of the 100-day mandatory shelter period. Supplies were never intended to last much more than that, and despite my best efforts, people are beginning to question what we're doing down here. If people think we can just leave when the 180 days are up, they're insane. The radioactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry everyone in the vault if the vault seals are breached that early. The whole point of the all clear was to receive additional instructions from the main office. I just don't know what to do. I can't open the vault. I can't expect our supplies to last forever. I just have to keep everything under control until the all clear. A faction led by the security personnel have turned on me, demanding they be allowed to leave the vault. Idiots. I will not open the door to be irradiated to death out there. I'm consolidating the remaining supplies, putting the staff on lockdown. We're going to have to start prioritizing who deserves what little food we have left. I've been too damn generous with the rations. If people don't like it, well, that's fewer mouths to feed. And that's it for the Vault-Tec terminal in the Overseer's office. Moving in here, there must have been a there must have been a reactor failure that caused all the reactors to mess up, because now they've started doing this. Moving in on this set of pods, you can see everyone died frozen. And if you were to try to open them,
malfunction in cryopod manual release override.
if you look at the monitoring terminal, they're all dead.
Critical failure in cryogenic array. All vault rest malfunction in cryopod manual release override.
But if you look, there's a pod that has no one in it. And if you look, that's empty. So someone must have been in there and escaped, or they just didn't have enough room.
Failure in cryogenic array. Vault residents must vacate immediately.
And in the pod in front of you,
Oh, God.
you'll find either your wife or husband dead from
I'll
being
find who
shot.
did this. And I'll get Sean back. I promise.
And if you look on the table behind the control panels over here, there will be a new Vault-Tec jumpsuit. This is the security office. God, it finally happened. The world's over. Barely got all the residents inside. Not everyone made it. Now it's just us and the icebergs. I don't get it. Eggheads tried to explain to me that keeping them frozen is a big experiment for a better future or something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right that we were smiling at them and all that time before putting them on ice. Shouldn't we have told them something? Christmas Underground got together with the rest of the security boys and support staff and had a little party. Best gift that I got was handed out was a Fancy Lad snack cake that wasn't too stale. None of the scientists came. Overseer wasn't there either. I just don't get them. They're hiding something from us, another company secret only for the higher-ups. Whatever, just a few more months until the all clear is supposed to come through. Then, we can start rebuilding. Only a few weeks left in our mandatory shelter period. Everyone's getting stir-crazy. Some people are even saying the all-clear signal is never coming. We can't stay here much longer, that's for sure. It's not just the fact that I've been staring at the same break room and bunk bed for over 6 months. It's the fact that we only have enough food left for another few months, tops. The overseer keeps telling everyone to be patient and focus on work. He's definitely keeping us out of the loop. Something bad is going on. I just know it. The main door accessing the vault is malfunctioning. Now the only way out is through the overseer's evacuation tunnel. How convenient for him. He has one of the science team watching the door in his office at all times from a little makeshift checkpoint. Got invited to a meeting tonight. Support staffers and security only. Sounds like I'm not the only one with an axe to grind. No all clear from Vault-Tec is coming. We need to leave. We're all but out of food. I almost murdered Stanley for dropping a dang stale salt cracker on the floor. A handful of us confronted the overseer about opening up the vault. I never knew a man that small could shout that loud. Now he's locked himself in his office along with the rest of the science staff. We're supposed to hand over any food, weapons, and medicine we have by tonight, or there's going to be consequences. I've talked to everyone. It's time. One way or another, we're getting out of this vault. If you look, the door he was talking about malfunctioning. Where is it? This one's supposed to be broken. Moving on to above ground. Once you leave the vault, you'll notice what used to be your home, how it lay in ruins. If you look around the vault, you'll see all the machines they used to build it, all the vans Vault-Tec used, all the cars people drove up, destroyed. Even the small building next to it's destroyed. You find a switchblade in the terminal. Moving back down to Sanctuary, you can talk to Codsworth, your robot
Miss
companion.
Samantha, just tending the garden, Mom. Though it is hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid.
Codsworth, you're still here. So other people could still be alive too.
Well, of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the hubby see you in that state, huh? Where is Sir, by the way?
He's in a better place.
Oh, Mum, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Sean's been kidnapped. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna get my baby back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
200 years? What? Are you sure?
A bit over 210, actually, Mum. It will take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can win.
What? Food? Yeah, sure.
You know.
I'm sorry for the black box at the top of my screen. It's because losers keep inviting me to stuff. This lore video would be a lot better. They didn't. Under there is a Your Special book.
Miss Samantha?
In the laundry room, you'll find a washer and a dryer, and a Mr. Handy box and some Mr. Handy fuel.
Hey, Codsworth.
Mum, I've been thinking.
The Red Menace?
Why, the communists, of course. The Russians and the Chinese.
Codsworth. I don't think the Reds are gonna be a problem anymore.
I have an idea. Let's search the neighborhood together. After all, Sir and young Sean, they're my family too.
Codsworth, are you sure you're holding up okay?
Mom, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing! And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust?
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape.
Thank you, Cod.
Now,
Codsworth then gives you a holotape that you can listen to.
Oops. Little fingers away. There we go. Just say it. Right there. Right there. Go ahead. Huh? Hi, honey. Listen. I don't think Sean and I need to tell you how great of a mother you are. But we're going to anyway. You are kind, and loving, and funny. That's right. And patient. So patient. Patience of a saint, as your mother used to say. Look, with Sean and us all being at home together, it's been an amazing year, but even so, I know our best days are yet to come. There will be changes, sure. Things we'll need to adjust to. I'll rejoin the civilian workforce. You'll shake the dust off your law degree. But everything we do, no matter how hard, we do it for our family. Now say goodbye, Sean. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Bye, honey. We love you.
I'll see you all in the next video.